Yo, what is up? I know it's been a while, but I'm back. It's your boy Diesel time for RasqacheArt Media, and today I want to do a special video for you to share my thoughts and my experiences and some of the lessons that I learned from the 2018 Silicon Valley Comic Con. Now let's get into it right away with lesson number uno. So the first lesson popped out to me almost immediately. I'm getting set up. I got a box of comics right here. I got some paintings right here, and some more stuff over here. Whatever I got, it's all laid out on the table. Cool, right? That's like C level. That's like, that's average. So, I got like another painting out front. I got a little sign that I made, maybe another painting right here. So now I got two sides, I got two dimensions. We're getting better. But what I didn't have was a huge freaking tower like some of these other folks. They're going like 15 feet in the air, some of them, with paintings and posters and metal things. The folks next to me were selling these amazing metalwork bookmarks and 5x7s and big 12x18s. Beautiful work, and they had it all towering up, so you could see it as you walk by, you could see it from afar, you could see it as you turn around the corner, whereas I had a very low level as far as you're walking by. This is what you're seeing. You can only see so much of what I got. It's down here, whereas theirs was all up here. You're walking around, you're not looking like this, you're walking up for the most part. So dimensions, get your verticality on, get some cheap piping together, maybe some wires, get some hooks, whatever you need to do. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can put it together with a $20 budget at Home Depot or your local shop, your hardware store, but you gotta have verticality. You can't just have two dimensions. Now let's get into lesson number 2, which is have a line or two, or 3, or 37, or 59, however many lines apply to your products and however you need to communicate, but have something that you can go to, have something in your utility belt that you can whip out and engage with other people walking by, because you need to engage if you're going to sell stuff. So my neighbors, I mentioned them before, I'm going to mention them a couple times. They had maybe 3, 4, 5 lines pre-packaged that they could bust out, such as, I don't remember them verbatim, but they would communicate that their items were handmade, that they were all made out of metal, that they are not going to fade in the sunlight, that the artists get paid 50-50 for the work, and that they did some of the designs themselves. This is all engaging information, so the customer says, ooh, metal, not going to fade, made by the artist, and they get paid. Oh, I feel good about this purchase. So have something that, you're not trying to be needy or like, ooh, look at me, I need your approval, I made it myself. More like, oh, I made this myself. Have a little confidence and try to have a conversation with your customer. One of the items that I was trying to sell was drawings of popular comic book characters. And when I would see a cosplayer walk by, I would say, hey, you, Domino, yeah, you, Domino, come here, come here. You did such a good job of dressing up just like my portrait that I drew. Good job, good job. Now all of a sudden, Domino, or whoever she is paying attention to the drawing, and she likes the character already. She's dressed up as that character. So she's gonna go, ooh, wow, look, I did do a good job of dressing up just like that drawing that you did. And now all of a sudden you're flipping a compliment that was meant for her back onto your drawing. So you're not saying, oh, I love your cosplay, oh please come look at my picture. You're saying, no, you need to come check out this picture because it is awesome. And then they're going to be more likely to value the work that you did. Lesson number 3 would be know what you're getting into. Once again, I'm going to bring up my neighbors because they are truly the stars of this video. They're just not here. So they knew in advance the attendance numbers. They knew who was going to be celebrity guest appearancing doing autographs, so that when you get in line to get your autograph with the celebrity, you have something that they sold you to sign. That's what you want to have available. Oh, Boba! I can go get Boba Fett to sign the drawing that you made. That's amazing. You want to set that up for people. You don't want to just be haphazardly making stuff. Although I did go online and look at DC and Marvel's top characters, their top villains, their top heroes, their top female characters, their top male characters, top alien characters. Who's at the top of the pile? Maybe make a couple drawings that are oriented towards the go-tos. Like I mentioned, Domino. She's one of these up-and-coming anti-hero female top characters. She's, hitting on multiple lists right now. So that's an easy target for a super fan. Not everyone knows who Domino is the same way Captain America, or Iron Man. But the ones who do know who she is are going to be really impressed that you made something that is for their interests. And this sort of brings us to number 4, which is know your audience. So, as I mentioned, you want to have something that they're going to want to buy. Now, something that I learned right away is that little boys suck. Like 5 to 12, like 5 to 17, I don't know, they all suck. They're all these entitled, just like, that's stupid, I don't like that, that's not as good as my Xbox. They're not as engaged or as nice, if you will. I don't know, I feel like girls are more engaged in the craftsmanship. They have more interest in a wider variety of characters and franchise properties. They are more likely to like the thing that you thought a boy was going to like than the boy is. So maybe you need to rework, okay, what do I like that girls might like? Like 9 to 12, I didn't think 9 to 12 was my audience, but all of a sudden now I figured out that 9 to 12-year-old girls is my audience. So I gotta do a little bit of research and figure out, like Domino, I keep bringing her up. Right now, that might be a hot ticket for me to just, I need to become a Domino fan. Or, I don't know, like I said, I gotta do the research. I don't quite know yet because it just kind of hit me as I'm sitting here at the table watching all these little boys walk by and not check out the cool Black Panther painting that I made. But, tons of girls are coming up and saying, oh wow, that's cool, yeah, great drawing, oh I like the Wonder Woman, yeah, oh, they're both, oh wow, yay, that's so cool, oh my god, I really like your style, oh my god, how much is the poster? I had no idea, but knowing your audience, it's going to put a huge, it's like you'll be walking on high heels. Anyways, let's get into number 5. Alright, lesson number 5 is kind of a tricky one. It's not quite what you would expect. So, as I mentioned, I had some paintings. I had a Black Panther painting, a Pocahontas painting, a Wonder Woman painting, and a Batman painting. A lot of people said, oh my god, that's really cool, I like that, but I don't think anyone really wanted to buy a big wooden frame with a, canvas. And, the Batman one was really big. I couldn't even fit in this, it was, I think, 24 inches by 36 inches. No one wants to carry around this big, heavy poster. And no one really wants to pay $200 for a poster. So, what I did was I got some posters made of all the paintings, and I sold the posters for $10. And guess how many paintings I sold? 0. But I was able to sell posters, and I was able to sell some poster tubes. So the lesson is really that people want a product, not an art project. They want it to be packaged. I was selling, these drawings and stuff. I put comic sleeves on them and instantly started selling more. Also, some unique presentation. I mentioned my neighbors. Basically, they're selling these, but on metal sheets. They look really cool, they don't fade in the sun, yada yada yada. I had some spray painted, dipped in water. It makes it look all psychedelic and cool, that I did some of these with. So you bam, paint it and then it looks all crazy daisy. Those also did really well because it's something unique, and all, you know, you take a drawing that you would put on your refrigerator and all of a sudden it's something that you would put on your wall and look at and say, oh, look at that cool piece of art that I got at the Comic-Con. So yeah, product, not project. So those are my 5 lessons, and you know what, I got a bonus one. I keep mentioning my neighbors and how much I learned from them. And so if you haven't figured it out, it's make friends with your neighbors. And I'm even calling them my neighbors. Why? Because I have to sit next to them for 3 days. I'm stuck between these 2 tables, and I don't need to make enemies. They're not my competition. There's nothing I can do to prevent them from doing well. I should be rooting for them so that there's a good Comic-Con culture among the vendors. We want to be looking out for each other. That way when I get up to use the bathroom, they're watching my stuff for me. You know, it's a good thing to make friends, and then you can get advice from the people who've been doing it a while, and then you'll be doing it better yourself. Pretty soon you'll be in this seat giving advice to the new people, or the people who maybe they've been doing it a while and they just haven't figured it out because they're too stubborn, or I don't know. I'm not mad at you. Do your thing, man. I want you guys all to succeed. I want the people at the Comic-Con next to me to succeed. I want us all to do well. At the 2018 Silicon Valley Comic-Con, the Artist Alley was placed in a separate room with terrible lighting, and there was no flow, there was no reason to go in, and we were all kind of disgruntled by the slow sales, and it was a communal vibe. You know, we all had each other's backs, and that's the way it should be. You shouldn't be at odds with these people. So make some friends, get some sales, get some verticality, get some lines, become engaged, know your audience, have fun. Alright, I've been Diesel Time for RasqacheArt Media. I hope you sign up for Comic-Con and get vending, get your stuff out there because people need to see it. Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you're a creative type or a fan of comics or whatever, and if you haven't checked out my book, Kalaca, well then what are you doing with all your free time? You need to get online and go to kalacacomic.com and get yourself a copy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Peace.